All right, we just got a brand new update from the finals. We can see right here in the announcements right here. We got Dusty saying 23:59:59 from this current time. And when you click on the link right here, we have a YouTube premiere, which premieres in just under 23 hours. So 4 o'clock on the 29th of April, my time. We are going to get a reveal of the brand new game mode. And right here, it has the finals, attack, and defend game mode reveal. What we can see in the image right here, which is quite interesting, is we have CNS, and then it's got the versus, and then VIA. So with the prediction that I made earlier, it is going to be the same that I've been kind of asking for Embark to reveal. Guys, these devs are cooking. I told you. This stuff is happening in the background. Obviously, you know, we do have to kind of manage expectations, of course, but as Hyde is obviously saying in the chat right here, it looks like it's going to be very similar to that Rainbow Six style theme. So, you know, we are going to get kind of those sponsor clashes, those battles of the greats, right? So in the lore right now, if you guys don't know, CNS are basically taking over the finals game show. They had the new map, obviously, which was called Horizon, and essentially the people behind the finals are shaken up, right? And they've deployed VIA, who are the security guard team, to kind of take on CNS and kind of protect the finals. So obviously, this is the case of, you know, who is going to become, you know, ultimate, who's going to become the ones on top of this one. But this is awesome. Embark, I am super excited. So what are we going to expect in this new game mode? Well, it's attack and defend 5v5. So how is the logistics of this going to work out? Is it going to be where it's removed all gadgets? Because if you can notice right now, just very basic, I initially thought, oh, okay, it's going to be just mediums, right? You know, a very balanced mediums versus mediums 5v5. But then if you look very closely in the background here, that is a heavy with a shotgun. So it looks like Embark are kind of going with that kind of unique style where they're saying, hey, you're not going to be limited on classes and stuff like that. I don't see any gadgets on screen. We have the sledgehammer right here for the heavy as well. So is it going to be weapon only? Okay, how will the finals mix up from that? There's a lot of questions that we're obviously going to ask. You know, how is the health system going to be in the game? You know, is revives going to be in the game, right? Is there going to be revive states? Is it going to be very similar to Rainbow Six Siege, where, for example, you might have situations where you can choose your spawns, right? That would be pretty crazy. So, you know, you kind of set up your scenario, you choose where to spawn in, and basically the game is kind of off and up and ready to go from that point. You join in and you try and attack. So, you know, this is what we're saying. Embark are cooking, and we now have, as even Orbit saying in the chat right here, tactical action, tactical gameplay, and this is going to really shake up the finals. I think this is something that players have not been specifically asking for, attack and defend, right? We saw Rockhound's poll in my previous video that I did. It was only about 10% or less, but it's what we actually want, I think, that would, you know, be introduced to the game. And I think that, you know, this is going to be awesome. So the big questions right now that for everyone watching is we're going to have to kind of pay attention to is, one, are gadgets going to be in the game? You know, are they going to be limited? Because, you know, right now in the game, gadgets deal a damn lot of damage, right? So a mine, for example, can basically insta-kill our light. Yeah, the grenades, for example, RPGs being able to take out lights instantly. And if it's a one health life game mode, then how is that going to kind of play into the sense of it being balanced or not, right? Because, you know, the finals was built on a technically unlimited respawn. Obviously, tournaments, you have coins, but technically an unlimited respawn scenario. But now we're jumping into this other realm where it's like, hey, you know, this could only be one life. I mean, maybe there is respawns in this, but for attack and defend, you know, traditional 5v5, that doesn't make sense to me. So really, we're going to have to see about that. The other question is obviously, you know, is there going to be limits to the characters or contestants you can play, right? For example, you know, you could have 5 heavies versus like 5 lights, for example. Obviously, people have been complaining about that. I think that it would be nice to have, you know, freedom in that realm. You can play whatever you want. Again, this is not a competitive game at the moment, right? So, you know, you should be allowed to do whatever you want, right? You shouldn't be limited. The other question is, you know, how is the healing system in the game? You know, is there going to be revive states, obviously, with the spawns? We said if it's going to be one life, can you revive them during the round? That's obviously very interesting. I think that this game is going to definitely play way differently. Even Cliff right here is saying it's going to become like Valorant. I don't think it's going to become specifically like Valorant, but it's going to become very unique, right? So, you know, before, everyone was running in, you know, taking shots, dying, respawning, coining, you know, and the game was very, very fast-paced. You know what I think is going to happen here? I think this is going to mix up the game so much. And I genuinely think that it's just going to be so different. This is going to be a massively different thing featuring in the game. Check that out, guys. I will be doing a news video tomorrow. If you guys are interested in my content, stick around tomorrow. I'll be doing a news video. I will be streaming the event as well, so if you guys want to check it out, I'll be live streaming the event. So if you want to hang out and play some games with me, I'll open the lobbies up to people who are watching. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my name's been Thix, and I'll see you on the podium.